There's nothing like it. There is nothing like being on a motorcycle, flying down 2 lanes, and there's no one around you, and the scenery is spectacular. When you are out, you're by yourself and it's solitude. I mean, your mind is just free and relaxed, and I love it.
We're like eagles on the open highway. If you would ask me 15 years ago, are you going to ride street bikes ever? I would have said, no way, not a chance.
I grew up on motorcycles since I had little push scooters at 4. I had mini bikes with Briggs & Stratton on them. My first motorcycle was a 75cc Suzuki, and I've been on dirt my whole life, Harleys for the last 10 years.
We raised our son on dirt bikes. He raced motocross and he did the X Games, and then all of a sudden I got a Harley and said, you need to get a Harley. So Harleys have almost taken over our whole life in travel and where we go. 2LaneLife came about, and now that's our new life, the 2LaneLife, and it's just been great.
Really how we got started is probably 10 years ago when we started first riding together. At first it was just day rides, and then we worked into longer day rides and then weekend rides. And then we would come back with these crazy stories.
We have this sense of adventure, so we keep traveling,
Right.
We find this great stuff. So the lure for the 2-lane was just being on the open road and finding stuff, and we keep finding it.
And our families were just like, you guys are seeing it all. What a blessing for you to see that. And
Right.
to me, it's like there's all these untold stories in
Right.
the U.S. and in these little towns, and we're the vessel to tell them.
And to me, it's like we jump on these bikes called time machines, and we go back in time on every trip. When you're on the 2-lane, you're in the old towns, and that's why I like a time machine reference.
We were having a discussion on one of our trips to Sturgis, and we were talking about 2 lanes, and that's what we decided on at the end of the day for the name of the company, because we want to be on the 2 lanes in this country.
I mean, from way back in the day, I was a river guide. I became a sign painter with my father, had my own business there. Then I started 20 years ago a company called Setwear Products. We did gloves and tool belts and pouches. But the whole time I was a free spirit, always wanting to venture out and do things. And then when the Harley Davidson came in my life, it just turned into this thing where I had to ride. And then we started 2LaneLife, and it went from Setwear and everything I do to 2LaneLife almost 100% of the time, even though we do Setwear on the side, 2LaneLife, 2LaneLife. So there was a lot of stuff that I did until the motorcycles came up.
Yeah, if you want to go all the way, I was a dishwasher. I picked up nails in a parking lot.
That's good stuff.
Right. Really, most of my career has been 30 years in the financial services industry. So, you know, it was always about the people and making sure you had quality delivery to customers. And we brought that flavor to 2LaneLife. I mean, if you call us up, you're going to get one of us. We're delivering parts. We're doing the things that we need to do to create a company that really embodies service. But I got to tell you, this isn't work. This isn't a job.
Right.
It's a lifestyle, and we are enjoying every minute of it. But we're really trying to create something special here.
We create our destination every week. Our future travels are still in the future, but the ones that we're doing now, I mean, I saw you write something on the board where we throw a dart at the map.
Yeah, well.
And then we've changed from there.
The last 2 years we've sat down, we have a planning session, we talk about where we want to go in terms of destinations, places, and so we start thinking about the time of year and the weather and where we can get to, and then we just start kind of writing stuff down, and then we start really pinpointing it as we get closer into the year. We had a pretty good board this year, and we only missed 2 spots.
Right.
Wherever we go, we plan day one, and then from there we just wing it.
And we have a lot of people that message us or call us and say, you should go check out this spot. And then we look at each other and go, that could be cool. We've been on the road, and like he said, someone will DM us and say, we just saw you guys riding by. Go over here, and we do that. So we're very free floating once we have our, let's go here, let's go to the Grand Canyon, Arizona. Well, we might end up in Bisbee before we get there. It's just amazing, that feeling, that adrenaline feeling of going somewhere. I mean, we're riding, we're talking in our headsets, we're having fun, we're laughing for hours. You have a long day, you go have a nice dinner, you go to bed and wake up, and that next morning, that feeling of putting the bag on the bike and tying it up and getting on the bike and twisting the throttle and going again, it never gets old. And when you get home, you're like, I just did a 7-day trip, I can't wait to relax. Monday morning you're going, what's the next trip?
But we're lucky. I mean, people in our families are understanding of what we're doing.
They're very supportive, and the way we balance that is they come on some trips, we go on trips. We do a lot, we do more trips. I say they go maybe 30% of the trips.
Yeah.
So it's actually a perfect balance, and they're excited to go when we find cool spots and say, I think they'd like this.
But look at what we've seen.
Right.
I have a beautiful wife named Teresa, I have 2 great kids, Justin and Alyssa. I've got an extended family in Utah that have all been very supportive of this change in our life. You know, it was a very structured, focused financial industry career that I had, and now it's becoming a very free-flowing, more enjoyable career that we've started this second life of ours. And so this is a match made in heaven. And we have a great partner that we found in Josh. So
Laura and I, my lovely wife, we have a daughter, Lauren, a son, Lance. We have 4 grandkids, and we love traveling, we love life, we just love being out there. So I've kind of re-evolved every 10, 20 years and done things, and it's...
Well, you don't have 20 more in you, dude.
You never know, but I always tell my kids and my wife, if I die today, I die a happy man.
We've got to have 20.
Yeah.
We'll be on trikes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna live before I die.
I think that's a great thought.
I think Willie Nelson said that.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
So that's kind of our story.
See you down the road.
I'm Lance Corey, and this is a true story.
You're about to hear it.